Okay, so we spend a lot of our time obsessing over, the endpoints.
Oh, yeah.
The 80-inch OLEDs, the high-end media servers, all the shiny
The
stuff.
stuff the client actually sees.
Exactly.
Hmm.
But today, we're looking at the nervous system of all that, the invisible backbone that makes everything talk to each other.
Which is, often the most critical part.
Mm.
And where things can go wrong, we're doing a deep dive on the Kramer VS-44H2A.
Right. The 4x4 4K HDR Matrix Switcher. And let's be clear, for everyone listening, this isn't some consumer switch you just, like, Velcro to the back of your TV.
No, this is professional gear. This is the device that's bolted into a server rack. It's basically air traffic control for a whole bunch of really high bandwidth video signals.
So the mission today is to figure out how you get, 4 different sources to 4 different screens?
4 independent sources to 4 different displays, yeah. Any combination simultaneously without the whole system just choking.
And that's the key part, right? The matrix part. It's not just a splitter.
Not at all. A splitter is one to many. This is any and any.
So you could send, say, input 1 to screen 1, but you could also send that same input to all 4 screens at once.
Or any combination you want. And you can switch it instantly, all while pushing the full 18 gigabits per second of bandwidth.
Which brings us to the picture quality. We're talking 4K at 60 hertz with 4.4.4 color sampling.
Right.
And I want to pause on that 4.4.4 spec because it gets overlooked a lot.
It really does.
In a home setup, watching a movie, you can get away with 4.2.0 subsampling. The compression.
Yeah.
You don't really notice it.
But this isn't for movies. This is often in a corporate boardroom or a command center. And if you put an Excel spreadsheet on a big screen with chroma subsampling...
Ugh, it's terrible. The text looks fuzzy. It gets these weird color fringes.
Exactly. You need 4.4.4 to keep that text perfectly sharp. It means what the computer outputs is exactly what you see, pixel for pixel.
So it's basically uncompressed color.
Yeah.
But sending that much data brings up the big problem for any integrator.
Able distance.
Always. And I noticed this unit has something called Kramer equalization and reclocking technology.
Yeah, it sounds a bit like marketing speak, but in the field. It's a lifesaver.
So what's it actually doing? Is it like rebuilding the signal?
That's a great way to put it. It's signal regeneration. As a digital signal goes down a long HDMI cable, the signal gets mushy. You start to get dropouts, what we call digital snow.
Or just a black screen?
Or a black screen. This tech rebuilds that signal at the input stage. Before it even routes it, it cleans it up.
So it's like having a little signal booster built into every single channel.
Precisely. And while it's doing all that for the video, it also gives you a ton of audio flexibility. It has audio de-embedding.
Which is pretty standard for gear at this level, but still crucial. So you can strip the audio from the HDMI.
And send it out over a separate connection, like balanced analog or SPDIF, to a real sound system.
Because you never want the audio coming from the display's built-in speakers in a Pro install.
Almost never. You want that audio going to a proper amplifier, while the clean video goes to the projector or the screen.
Okay, let's talk about actually using it. This is a 1U rack unit, so no one's walking up to push the buttons on the front panel.
Definitely not. It's all about automation. You have the usual suspects, RS-232 IR control. But the Ethernet control is the real workhorse.
Embedded web pages.
Right. You can log in from anywhere, reroute a signal, troubleshoot. It saves you a trip to the site.
And speaking of automation, I was reading about the step-in feature. That's a Kramer thing, right?
Yeah, it's their proprietary tech. So imagine you have one of their little input plates at a conference table. Someone walks in, plugs in their laptop.
And hits the button.
And hits a button. The Matrix just detects that and automatically switches the main display over to their laptop.
Which solves the most painful part of every meeting.
That awkward, how do I get my presentation on the screen? Dances, yeah. It just removes all that friction.
And that's really what you're paying for.
Ah.
Which, it's not cheap. The list price is around $2,800.
It's a serious investment, for sure. But if you're running a sports bar or a mission-critical operations center, you're not just paying for features. You're paying for uptime.
You're paying for the guarantee that the screen won't go black during the fourth quarter.
Exactly. You're paying for reliability.
So to sum this up, this black box takes what could be an absolute mess of high bandwidth cables.
A total nightmare to manage.
And it turns it into an orderly, flexible, and just reliable system.
It gives you all the complexity you need, but without the complication for the actual user. The user just sees the right image on the right screen.
And that kind of leaves me with a final thought here. We're all upgrading our displays to 4K, 8K, demanding HDR.
Mm-hmm.
But how often do we really think about the plumbing? The infrastructure that actually has to carry all that data.
Almost never. It's the unglamorous part.
Right. We upgrade the endpoints, but we leave the old system in the middle to just choke on all that new data. Maybe it's time we start respecting the switch.
I couldn't agree more.
Thanks for diving in with us today. We'll see you on the next one.